So today, we're going to focus on premise, the reason, and what we call the why factor. Or why should you choose Christianity over Islam, over Judaism? Why would you believe that to be true over the others? And I would say the best reason that I can come up with that makes the most sense on why a God would create everything, the universe out of nothing, if he existed before the universe was created. If he existed before the universe was created by himself, why would he create us? That's a big question to ask yourself. I would say that if God created us out of nothing and he was by himself, the reason that God would create us out of nothing, if he was by himself, is because he would need our companionship. He would want us to be connected to him. Or it'd be like a social experiment for him, just to kind of see what he can do. But I don't think that that is feasible. What makes the most sense is that a triune God existed before time, before matter, before the universe, and he existed in his realm, the spiritual realm. So when we look back through the James Webb telescope and they see this nothing before the Big Bang, I would say that God lives in a spiritual realm where he can't see that dimension. Without getting into any biblical stuff or any stuff out of the Quran, would be mainly, it makes more sense that there was a triune God that existed. 3 persons, 1 being. They lived in perfect love. Like, that expresses true love, right? That's the love we don't understand, that we can't really grasp. So to create us out of nothing, he didn't need to create us. He was already in perfect love with himself, so he didn't need to create us at all. But he chose to because of that love. If Allah is the one true God, the only God of the Islam faith, why would he create us? There's no Trinity. It's just him by himself. So who did he experience love with to want to create? So if you got a better reason why a single God by himself that's not triune would decide to create us out of nothing, let us know. Because so in the Quran, if I'm not mistaken, Allah does not guarantee you paradise or heaven. Allah is arbitrary in his decision. He's just completely random in who he wants to forgive, and that's not true justice. But the true love's not there, right? If he can let anyone go to hell that believed in him and be separate from him for eternity, then where's the love in that? And if he created us out of love, then that does not add up. And also, Islam claims to be an extension of the Bible. Like, they just don't believe Jesus is God. If you line the two up, the Bible and the Quran, Old Testament, New Testament, Quran, that's not the same God. And Allah claims that he is not a father of anyone. How can that be an extension? How can that be an extension of the Old Testament if he's not a father? The New Testament, we can say, is more than likely the same God, but instantly, just because. Who's Jesus talk about? Who's he come from? The Father, right? Allah claims not to be a father. So instantly, it's kind of eliminated from what its historical claims.